So we're talking about this morning. There was a BBC Breakfast piece on leaseholds, and leaseholds being the absolute worst thing you can ever possibly do because freehold companies, freeholders sell the freehold on to other companies who then raise exponentially your ground rates, etc. And it kind of the way it painted it out, the way the article painted it out was that leaseholders is an absolute nightmare, and you shouldn't get involved with leaseholds at all. The examples that they were using, however, were leasehold houses or mainly sort of new housing estates. The lady that they had on, that they interviewed, bought her house in 2014, and it is it's an awful story in the fact that she owns her property, but doesn't own the ground that it's built on. And then the people who owned the ground that it's built on sold that freehold on to somebody else, who then raised the rates, and the homeowner has absolutely no control over it. So what why it sort of struck a chord with me is because I have seen that over the years where it's quite recent. I would say over the last 5 years, where companies and developers are selling the freeholders selling the freeholds on to third-party companies. And what we do here is we're quite conscious about that, and we are quite conscious about protecting our clients. So every project that we work on, yes, mainly our apartments are all all leasehold, because that's the best way to own an apartment in most cases. But we have a protection in the contracts for clients. So the freeholds, the ground rents are usually fixed and locked for a period of 5 to 10 years, and then even when they're up for review, they're linked to RPI, so you can't exponentially raise them and double them in value. So it sort of completely negates that avenue of thought from a developer, so they can't then just sell it on to somebody else to make money for nothing. So that's what we try and do, to another string to our bow to try and protect our investors, is say no, we're not allowing that, and we in all of our contracts and all of the purchases that we put in place, they have long fixed ground rent. Long fixed ground rent phases. And Francis, what were we talking about the other day? I think we're talking about Nationwide as a lender.
Yeah.
Don't lend to. Did you hear? Was I talking to you about this with Sonny? Nationwide as a lender, don't lend to properties with high ground rents or ground rents that I think there's an equation.
1%. Yeah, it has to be 1% of the property price.
Mm-hmm.